Oink oink, little piggy, I'm coming for you. That was the worst start to a video anyone has ever done. But for context, in case you forgot, today we're going to be trying to find the pig spirit. So that there was sense to my ramblings there. I don't actually know how the fuck we get over to it though. Like, there's not, as far as I can see, a clear branch. It does look like there's meant to be a path off the square that leads back round to the farms. And I never saw these two areas link up at all. But it does appear as if that is the case, which means maybe if there's like an intermediate area connecting the two, that could be where we go to find the pig. But otherwise I'm completely stumped, because for all the others we've seen like a path leading off from one of the areas we've currently been to. But for this one, it's just out in the middle of space somewhere. Wow, those are some saggy ass boobs. It's kind of weird. I mean, I know obviously there's no nipples on them, so I guess it's not classed as pornographic, but it is just weird that we can just have like lady tits just hanging there, and yet the blokes are perfectly smooth. Look, there's even like a mound on women. Not to get too in the weeds about this, but like there's even like hints at genitalia, but the dudes just have beautiful butt cheeks. Anyway, what's this way? See, look, signs saying things are in directions. Yeah, I guess that's the city where we started, right? So this is gonna be a place we've not been? Is it really gonna be this simple? Not if the train escapes me. The train escaped me. That makes it slightly more complicated. That throws a mild spanner in my works, but nevertheless, I have faith and belief and hope and dreams like any normal human boy. And they're all pointing in the direction of this being where we want to go. Oh, we can get on this side. Just about. We can just about get on this side. These trains always get me, man. And I never realised that there's multiple ones splitting off into separate directions. This is like the third time this has happened now, where I've just been like, oh, this train takes me somewhere else entirely. And I just assumed all these trains went to the same place, but they don't. They really don't. And I'm man enough to admit when I'm wrong. Sort of. Kinda. A little bit. I'll blame the game for it, but I'll still admit I'm wrong. I'm wrong, but it's totally not my fault, guys. Ooh, look at all these. Look at all these particles are happening. It's weird that it's another factory. Yeah. Factories, indeed. It's weird that it's another one of these, because we've already been to like a power plant-y place. I guess a factory isn't quite the same, but similar aesthetics, I imagine. Probably not going to see anything too new and exciting in this area, but maybe I'll be proved wrong, you know. No reason to be so negative coming directly into this area. It might turn out to be the best one. It might turn out to have some really exciting new mechanics we can embrace and explore and investigate. And other such words that I'm not at all using to pad for time while nothing's happening on screen. This way? Hang on. Give me a second. Because that looks like it leads to the quarry, which is where we've just been. Is there anything in this direction? I wonder. I mean, I missed. I think I died. I think I went into the death fall, like, before I even got low enough to land on the logs. But it did really look like I could, didn't it? There looks like there should be no reason why I can't land on the logs, but I don't think I actually... There's even a landing circle for them. Do I keep trying this? Because I'm pretty certain that's not what we were supposed to do. I think what we're supposed to do is just go forward. But it felt like a thing I should be able to do, and god damn it, my feelings don't care about your facts. These guys really are queuing up to go to the factory, huh? They're just off to work, or what? Like, is there not a slightly more official uniform beyond being, you know, butt fucking naked? Yeah, for a second I thought I'd found a secret. For a second I thought that was how I'd get round to that spirit over there. But I guess that's just an area for later. It's just a spirit that's there to taunt me. I'll get it eventually though, don't you worry. If my name isn't Joe. Which it is. It is. Dox me with that information if you can. Imagine if my name wasn't Joe, though. How utterly ridiculous would the tag name Average Joe be? If my name wasn't actually Joe. Like the mild pun that exists in that username is gone, and it just becomes a commonly used phrase and nothing else. So no, that's my name. That's my name. In fact, I'll go one further. My name's actually Joseph. Yeah, Average Joseph. I very rarely go by my full government name, though. To be honest, I find little use for it. It's just too many syllables, isn't it? You can't say someone's name in a single syllable, why speak to them at all? I found out what I was missing. No, I didn't. Well, I really thought this was where I was meant to go. I really did. I really believed. We can go in this one. Is this gonna take me anywhere? Nope. Why? Why? How come? How's that legal? You can't just put a pipe in that doesn't go anywhere. You call yourself a video game? Is there any advantage to being on here? I found a thing. This one has to go somewhere, surely. Surely, by law, this one can't just lead to another wall. Yay! Does she do like a little clap when she grows a tree? I hadn't noticed that animation before. I think it's going to actually let us jump on these logs now. Oh shit, the game's become Frogger. I don't know if we want to like follow the logs in. Oh, we can't. Okay. Good to know. Good to know there's inexplicably an invisible wall there. How fun. Where do you want me to go then? Do you want me to go down there? Because apparently it's where I'm going. By rights I should have died from that fall. I don't want to wish for my own demise, but that was a big drop. I've definitely died from shorter falls than that in this game before. It seems like conventional fall damage isn't a thing. It's not just like you fall a certain height and you die. It's there's just death floors in this game. And I guess when you get up higher towers, the death floors move up to accommodate you so that you can sort of quote-unquote die from fall damage, but that height is never the same twice. So it's a little bit... you never really get a good sense for it, honestly. It can be a little bit confusing. Oh, I found the spirit. stumbled across that. A cron. That's a cross and upon merged into a single all-powerful word. I stumbled upon it pretty quickly though. That's nice. I thought it would take longer for me to finally get back round to that, but... Alright, let's progress into the orange ominous light. The word ominous has lost all meaning in this playthrough. I really need to learn some synonyms for that word, because it's the only word I use when I play this game. Just repeatedly shit out a single adjective. It's the only one I have anymore. Okay. This is an area full of boxes that start and stop in awkward timings. That's fun. It's an exciting mechanic, isn't it? We presumably don't want to go to the right there, because that's just into another place that it probably won't let us go. Do we just follow them forward? No, because they turn to the left there. We want to hop up onto here. And these take us here. Okay. Alright. There's some up ones, but they're not really doing much, honestly. I guess we just cross. These ones are a little bit speedier. These ones have places to be. Not going to sit around and wait for me. They've got magical levitating box things to attend to. I should probably get off here, huh? The wall riding mechanic is always a little bit odd in this game. You just sort of magnetically attach to them. You don't need like a running start or anything. It just feels a little bit strange sometimes. Like it plays okay, but just from like a visual physics perspective, it's just a bit bizarre. Okay, so these are the boxes that were overhead before, I think. Not really. Oh, I see where I go. I didn't see that wall over there. You know, walls, they can be hard to spot sometimes. Nearly ended in tears, didn't it? If it wasn't for my, once again, magnetic feet. Could have been a bad thing. I am stuck between this person's legs. This is unfortunate. It wouldn't let me dash either. Presumably because I was on the ground and you can't do that while you're on the ground. I had to do a little hop first so I could then dash out. I don't know why I'm explaining that to you, you just saw it happen. I'm sure you're very aware. But if there's one thing I like to do, it's patronise people. Makes me feel like a big man. I mean, obviously I want to go over there, but what happens if I just... Oh, if I ride this up, I think I just get pushed into the ceiling and die, so... Yeah, this is the place to be, I think. This is El Destination. I feel like I'm missing a lot of stuff in this area. I don't know where the stuff I'm missing would be, necessarily, but I just feel like I found very few spirits and memories so far. May not always be that way, though. For example. Oh, there's a little, weaselly thing. I don't know what that was. Was it an otter? Could have been an otter. Maybe. Whatever it was kind of adorable. Red panda, maybe? Why are they called red pandas when they look nothing like pandas, by the way? Who signed off on that one? Got a little bit greedy there. I might just wait this out. Who are these the shadows of? The shadows on both sides of the wall, and no one around who could be casting such a shadow. Explain that one, atheists. I thought I was going to die for a second there, but once again, the magnetic wall saved me. Yeah, but what happens if I go back, though? That's not a spirit, is it? That's just a light. It doesn't look like there's anything back. Never mind. Right, where to now? Unless like we've got a choice between up and down here. I mean, up feels like the most sensible route to go, just because, like, I can drop down if I don't like being up, but I can't fly up if I don't like being down, you know what I mean? Very weird mechanic. Is there any... There's not really anything to be gained from being down there, though, as far as I can tell. Okay, it's just a choice of options, I suppose. Somehow I ended up on middle. Somehow I ended up on down. It's alright, all roads lead to Rome. These shadows are a bit creepy just because nothing is casting them. I think that's a pretty cool concept, actually. Like in like a horror game. I don't know if it's been done, it could well have been done before, but just having like enemies that are shadows. You know, not just like weird shadow beings or whatever, but like they're actually shadows, they're just cast on walls or whatever. I don't know how you make them threatening, because you could just stand in the middle of the room and be invulnerable to them, but I don't know, it's a thing. It's a concept if anyone wants to take it and run with it. Hey, Amnesia developers, if you're listening. Stop making Amnesia games, no one wants to play them anymore. Make a game about cool, spooky shadows. That's my pitch. And that's your pitch that I just fell into. In a pitch, like the black substance, which is what I... Look, it was a very smart joke, alright. I can't help it if y'all aren't clever enough to keep up with my absolute razor-sharp humour, you know. I'm just too powerful for YouTube, I think is what it boils down to. I don't really know where I'm heading in all this. I guess just... It's another case of just go to new places, I guess. If I've not been there before, then there's probably some benefit to going there, right? Is this like bones on here? No, it's just like little bits of wood and leather and stuff. Fair enough. I thought it was spookier than it actually was. I have just found a spirit though. Oh, whoopsie. Whoopsie. It's alright, it was salvageable. It's not the end for me just yet. I assume I can just hit that from being on a box and shooting in its direction. It looks further away than that, but no, it's not. Cool. Alright. I don't know why I'm hearing... I mean, I guess it's just meant to be like the whirs and clicks of machinery, but it sounds like a clock, and there's no clock. You know, it just sounds like a ticking clock. This entire background sound effect. Can I not No, he's got TV armor. I have to come at him from behind. I don't know how to do that. Certainly not from the position I'm in right now. I also don't know how to get back up from the position I'm in right now. Can I just... Oh, I guess I can. It looked higher than that. It looked worse than it was, alright? Sometimes I like to make mountains out of molehills, because deep down, I'm a mole. I just want a bigger home, man. That's the true secret. That's the true thing I've been hiding from you all this time. I'm not like mole people. Those aren't real, don't be silly. I'm just a regular ass mole. Just a mole on the internet. I dig tunnels and I'm blind. That's my thing. Moles always seem weird to me. I mean, presumably they're not as big into digging tunnels as like cartoons and shit would have you believe, right? Because surely it wouldn't be worth expending all the energy to just be like constantly tunneling just to find like a few worms. Like, I don't feel like the payoff would be enough. You know what I mean? When you could just like root around in grass for bugs or whatever, like most rodents do. Oh, there's bad guys here. I guess the worms are an untapped market to a degree. Although having said that, tapped is a very idiots. It's a very opportune word. Did they just all fall off? What the fuck? Did they literally all just plummet to their deaths? Well, that made life easier. Oh no, there's more. Yeah, because as I was saying, there's birds that tap around on the ground, don't they? And they summon the worms because the worms think it's rain, and apparently worms like rain. That's a thing. So I think moles could just do that if they wanted. Are they just not as smart as the birds? Is that the problem? Are moles just dumbasses? Is that all I'm learning from this? Are they another one of those creatures who like evolution just gave the short straw to? Just like, hey, you've got this one niche that you're really good at, but it's just a bit pointless to be good at that. Like pandas and digesting bamboo, you know what I mean? Someone's throwing breeze blocks at me, but I don't know who. I don't know where they are. There is a hostile entity somewhere in here. I've just found a spirit though. Okay, that is a cheetah or a jaguar or something. The other thing I found earlier, or in the other episode, I guess, was definitely a mountain lion. Definitely. I'm learning my animals. To like a primary school level. It's weird because I like animals. I'm an animal guy, you know. I've had dogs my whole life. I've had pet hamsters, rabbits, fish, you know, the works. But like, I'm just not as knowledgeable about them as maybe I should be. I don't know. I like them. They're cool to be around, but I can't like quote you helpful tiger facts or anything, you know. Clearly my biggest foible, my biggest weak point in life. Hey, I got an achievement. Apparently growing those trees was working towards an achievement, so there was a point in it after all. Not a massive one, really, from a gameplay perspective, but at least I got something out of it, eh? Aha, this way. I found a direction. I was a bit concerned I was going to have to climb back up there again and go over the top of that wall of boxes and then start climbing all these ones in the sky, which, now that I look at it, does look like it goes somewhere. Which I hate that. I hate that that goes somewhere, but fuck it, we're going this way instead. This way's much better. This is just running down a hallway. I can deal with this much better. Oh, come back, I want to pat you. I did it. I did it. Where does this go then? Oh, is this going to take me back into the room but higher up? That would make sense, actually. Be a slightly less precarious climb. Oh. Well, the sun is in there, so, fuck it, guess we'll commit. Ah, okay. I see how it is. I don't see you there. There was a telltale umbilical cord. Apparently didn't see the one behind me though. Who just grabbed me off the other one. Fucking fighting over eating me at this point. Have I really not killed any of them? Stop. Stop. I'm too nice to deserve all this. Just elbowed that woman out the way, knocked her into a box. Ugh. Can you stop, like, chain stunning me? Oh, okay, well, that was destined to happen sooner or later, let's be real. I think they've stayed dead, yeah. That works out for me, honestly. I was aware, by the way, that the game was running like shit a second ago. There's something about this area that's... It must be the lighting. Is really fucking with my game. There's not really much else going on. I can only assume it's the lighting. Even with my brand spanking new graphics card, this game still runs like garbage. And that's really kind of sad. There is absolutely no reason for this game to run as badly as it does constantly. Why can I not make my orb stay out? That's how the orb works normally. You shoot it and then you press it again to recall it. But for some reason it just keeps like... There we go. I think if it hits something, it auto rebounds. I think that's what was going on there. There we go. Finally got them all though. Oh, I definitely didn't get them all. There's still quite a few of them left apparently. I thought they just all aggroed when I hit the first one, just from the fact that they all just charged at me, but I guess there's some that weren't quite so hostile. Some slightly more passive fellas. You're not dead. Why did you have a memory? It's really weird to have a non-optional enemy drop a memory, I think, personally. It's a very strange decision. This has got to go somewhere, doesn't it? I know I've got things to do in this room. Oh, skin of my teeth. I actually can't get any higher than this though. So, I guess it doesn't go anywhere. It was incredibly misleading. I think I deserve points for trying though. I definitely put effort in to attempting the thing that turned out to be completely futile, but, you know, you don't know unless you try. And other such platitudes. Stop tentacling me. Most crude. Not the kind of behaviour you expect from an upstanding game like this one. Right, they're both down there, so I might just be able to cheese them with my incredible, impeccable height powers. Or maybe the game just won't let me shoot down at them because, fuck me, I guess. I mean, I guess that works too. Yeah, we didn't really need to cheese them realistically, but at least give me the option, you know? Oop. Cool. Moving right along then, we have a pig to find. Time waits for no man. Least of all me. I might wait for this little luminous fairy girl, to be fair. She seems like she has some like weird mystic powers. But unfortunately it's me in control, and I have no such thing, so. I really like the bit where I got stuck on the pipe there, that was cool. That was a fun distraction from the mundane mechanics of walking when you move the analog stick. I like it when you don't walk when you move the analog stick. It's pretty crazy. Real switch up. Real way to change your perspective. Weird that plants extinguish the fire. Oh, not forever they don't. Good to know. It's the exact opposite of what Pokemon taught me. Pokemon taught me that plants will just implode the second fire touches them. And that despite the fact they are all like 80%, 90% water, they will do absolutely nothing to stifle a fire. Which I think, honestly, in most cases is probably true. Like, that's why wildfires are a thing, right? But... were we meant to have gone that way? Doesn't look like there's anything over there, really, but I could have gone that way, and that's the thing that oh, hang on, I see a spirit. There was a spirit back... oh, why was it there? That was far too secretive. That was far too sneaky. Back we go then, I suppose. I don't think we need to put this fire out, to be honest. We just... we've got mad jumps. For a white girl, we have some okay, well. The area of effect is quite strong, it turns out. This isn't where I wanted to reset to. Do better. Well, really? Really? Are you sure I didn't make that jump? Are you certain? Have you checked? Cross-reference it against jumps that have been made, and see if you're still convinced after that. Did I not get the spirit? I really thought that was bang on target. That's why I was happy to just fall to my death. But seems not, I guess. There we go. Ants. Of all the creatures to save, I don't know, I'm sure ants are very good for the ecosystem. I'm sure they feed birds and shit. I'm not a big fan though, myself. I would consider them pretty high on the pest totem pole. Although, honestly, going back to talking about pets and shit, I think an ant farm would be a cool thing to have. Just like, you know, in like a same way as a fish tank is kind of a cool sort of like soothing, calming thing to watch. Just watch the ants go about their business. Guess we can't get up there. That could be neat, and probably a lot cheaper as well. Ants are probably not as expensive as like tropical fish. And I don't think you have to clean out their tanks as... you probably do have to clean them out occasionally, actually. I don't know. I don't know how ant farms work. I'd have to look into it. It's a thing I'd quite like to have, though. think it'll be a bit strong to call ants pets, to be fair, but not quite the terminology I'd go for, but they would be neat residents in my house so long as they were kept enclosed in a specific area of my house where they are meant to be and not trying to steal my food. I worked out where I had to go. It took me a minute. I'll be honest. I'll hold my hands up. I wasn't the sharpest knife in the drawer for that particular segment of the game, but I'm here now. I've done it. I'm positively flourishing. It was like no matter which way I go, I'm going to have to deal with fire eventually. I was kind of just trying to avoid it, to be honest. But I guess it's not the end of the world. It's just a mechanic that sort of demands waiting, you know what I mean? You have to stand still and put out the fire, and it sort of takes away from the natural flow of the platforming. Oh, fuck off. Okay, I guess I'll jump over here first then. I was nowhere near that fire when it hit me. I doth protest. What the fuck? I got stuck inside the pipe and then the fire killed me. So that was also a pretty cool thing that happened. Fucking dog shit video game. Holy fuck. Alright. Okay. Is there any other way up that doesn't involve going up here? Because this bit is just stinky. It just smells real bad. There we go. Camera not really helping me a great deal there either, but now I could probably make that jump, but I think it's probably more sensible to go along here, change pipes and go back. Probably the more sensible thing to do, considering how much of an arsehole it was to get up here in the first place. Bison. I think. Buffalo? Maybe buffalo, actually. I don't know. Maybe I should stick to my guns. I'm gonna go with my first instinct and say that's a bison. And if you can prove me wrong, by all means do so. But until then, I am going to be firmly in the belief that that thing I just witnessed is a bison. Because the game's not going to contradict that. The game's perfectly fine with me being wrong if I want to be. Why is the... Oh, they're hanging from the hat. I thought they just had like their head stuck in the pipe. I didn't see where the arms were, and I got very confused by that. Alright, this way now then. I mean, it's a factory, so it's going to be like a thing about like mass-produced meats or whatever, right? Like the forced breeding farms for the pigs and all that, all those sort of shenanigans. Those cars are moving. Not seen that happen in a while, or ever. I was just trying to sort of understand what the theming of this whole area was likely to be. Can we go that way, do you think? Probably not. We probably can't get through the flaps again, can we? I could probably, if I really wanted to and put enough attempts into it, platform my way over there, but I don't think I'd get anything for doing it, so I'll save myself the misery. Oh, the misery. Everybody wants to be a memory. That can't be right. I'm assuming if I don't turn these off, they're going to, like, cause me suffering when we get to them. Oh, this one's got two. We can't turn them both off, so I guess we wait for it to do its thing and then fail miserably in the most horrible and horrific of ways. Got it this time though. It sure does like rocket away from me at high velocity. Oh, that fully like locks out all my jumps and everything when I get shocked like that. That smells. That smells a little bit. Right, okay. We're back. We're back, baby. We're rolling again. Okay, that's not what we do. I guess I just assumed I wouldn't be able to hit that one because it was underneath, but maybe we could, and I was just overthinking the whole thing. Let's find out. Oh yeah. Far simpler than I made it out to be there. Far, far simpler. These are all doubles though. Can we like... We can. Okay. Okay. It's gross, but we can. Okay, we don't actually have to float. Just a single double jump is enough as long as we time it right. Good. Do we want to get off, or...? I think we do. I don't think that's going to let me in. I think I'm going to be barred from that particular hole. Just because it's clearly passing into the void, and the game doesn't really like it when I go into the void. It's not a big fan of that. It thinks I should know my place. My place being the material plane.